Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you are in the world. Hi, welcome to our team training. Today we have a very special guest with us. He's none other than Dan Doyle from Australia. He's one of our amazing leaders in our team, and he has very graciously allocated some of his time for us today. So Dan, if you're not familiar with him, he's one of the fastest growing builders in the world. In fact, in 2017, he was awarded the Business Builder Award from Asea, from Asea Corporate. And he knows how to build teams very fast. He knows how to build teams properly. He knows how to build teams stably. He's currently now an ambassador triple diamond in our business. So I thought that none other than him, he will be the best person to kind of help us to talk about things like how to place our teams, our binary placements, and structures and all that. I think there's no better person than Dan. So Dan, thank you very much for your time today. I know it's going to be an amazing training. Thank you so much, Dan.
Yeah, thank you for coming up with this and inviting me on, BK, because this is really important. Strategically, it's important for the team to get it right from day one. And if you're building the business, there's things that we do from day one that'll help somebody down the track to create even more income again. I think the first thing is, for me personally, and this is just personal preference, but still strategically, what I do is I enroll everybody as an associate. Now, I know people want to come on and just get the product, but what we find is that people who take the product and get product experience, once they realize what the product can do for them, they start sharing it with other people. So I like to put them in this structure immediately, if they're prepared to pay the registration fee, obviously. But to counteract that as well, and this is something that I don't think people do, they're too concerned about offering people bigger packs, the business pack, the entrepreneur pack. So they're like, here's one bottle or here's one case, but we really need to commit people to 3 months on the product, put them on a proper product plan, because we will want to help them achieve whatever they want to achieve for whatever they're going through.
Yes.
So if we know what they're going to take, what they need to take, we can do a plan to that. And the best thing is to start off with the entrepreneur packs and work your way down rather than the other way around, and let them know the benefits of the loyalty program and what they can get back personally, and making sure that we always get people coming back to us in 3, 4, 5 months saying, BK, you didn't tell me there was an entrepreneur pack and I could have got the benefits from the loyalty program and all the free products and discounts. So don't be afraid to start off at the entrepreneur packs, work your way down, and then, as I said, all this will make a lot more sense if you're building your business like that. So enroll them in as an associate if you can, put them in the structure, and then as they're talking to people, they will have some spillover, some people coming into their business, not realizing it, and you're going to be able to go back to those people and say, hey, do you want to build this business? In saying that, we built this business a lot on product. And we're finding now switching and leading with the opportunity, we're bringing the right people into the business, which is getting to a lot more people that need the product than us trying to pick off people individually. So anybody that builds the business and wants to build the business and is interested in building the business, the first thing I suggest when they're opening up an account is immediately put 2 family members into the structure. Have a look at a compensation plan. We have got probably the most generous compensation plan in the whole industry. We've got a binary which overlaps with a uni level, and it's a very powerful, generous, lucrative compensation plan. But you want to maximize everything from this compensation plan to get as much out of it as possible. So just say you've gone into the structure and this is you. So anybody who's dynamic, who builds a big business, I didn't think I was going to be that person. I was looking for this for my own health. I ended up sharing this with people and ended up building a substantial business. This is something that I didn't do, which cost me a lot later on with the strategy that I didn't come up with initially. So what we recommend is, even just for the enrollment fee, take 2 pieces of real estate on the left-hand side of your structure with 2 family members. So why do we do this? Well, long story short is you're going to end up maxing out the compensation plan in some areas of the compensation plan. So when you're getting to the levels of diamond, double diamond, triple diamond and above, there's going to be a point where strategically you can come down to one of these positions, because these positions will have thousands of people down each leg of each of your family members, and you want to actually start helping or building a family position underneath you, which will give you an additional separate leg. So it's another Director 300 leg, and it's also another income you're going to pick up for yourself, not just from the check match, but for the diamond bill from them as well. So these two positions are very, very important. Even if it's just for the fee, as I said, piece of real estate, and there's no product going through. But normally, I mean, if you're building a business and you're that dynamic, you're going to want to be putting product through other family members for your whole family as well. I mean, I'm spending $30,000, $40,000 per year just on my immediate family because I can. This business is giving me the financial capability to do that. And I just want my family to live as long as possible, as healthy as possible. So these positions now, I've got a lot of product going through those positions. I am building a second position for with a family member myself. And that's working out very, very well. And there will come a time that I will help another family member after that as well. So put these in strategically. You will come in. These will come into play later on, when you build a substantial size business. Any questions on the way back, on the way through, BK? Just let us know.
Yes, no problem. You're going fine.
So this is the first thing we do with somebody who wants to build a business. Obviously, we try and bring everybody on as an associate. Anyway, as I said, you're going to find a customer, a preferred customer, somebody that you would have put into that position as a preferred customer getting the product. More than likely, they're going to start talking to people because we have the highest impact product on the planet. So this is important. As I said, you're going to have, two great big legs growing down either side. And to go into more detail of, and then this is a long way down the track. When we've got the team commissions that will max out at $10,000 US per week. It's 100,000 points coming through your lesser leg. So I've got several people in the business now who have got this to $5,000 a week or 50,000 points in their lesser leg. So what they've done, they've come down and they're starting to help build this family member in the lesser leg. So those points obviously coming through here will contribute up to here. This will get to 100,000 points. Team commissions will max out, and then we've got a situation with the second family position, which is just a fantastic strategy for anybody who's going to build big.
So you start doing that even at 50,000 for the person.
Yeah, I think 50,000 points we've noticed is a sweet spot. So once we've got 50,000 coming down one leg, that's the weak leg. Come back into that week. They give you an example. My volume from you, thanks to you, I've got 350,000 points coming through my strong leg, and 50,000 points coming through my weak leg. So with my sister, I'm pushing that second position now, and building an income under her, and it's going to give me the points to get to 100,000 points, and then there's going to be a situation where she gets to 50,000 points in her weak leg, and then you can duplicate that again.
Got it.
So there are already several people in my business that are doing this. So I said, and BK, and there'll be a lot of people in your team that'll be doing the same later. If you don't do this, you're going to find you've got family members down in your structure with, 100 people, 50 people, 200 people under them, rather than thousands. So to take these two pieces of real estate, we call it, left leg, right leg, one family position, it's only what, $40 US each. In Malaysia, it's only 85 ringgit. It's half the cost, and it's a worthwhile investment because it can be used, as I said, to increase commissions later on. So that's how we set up this from day one. Now we're just speaking about people who need a lot of product, and a lot of people go out there for people with serious health challenges and buy 14 cases. 14 cases sounds great, big discount, brings the price each case right down, but there is a smarter way to purchase. I'm not too sure if people know that if you get 8 cases, there's no enrollment fee. So very, very important to know that. And I think that's what people try and avoid with the 14 cases and putting it, that through strategically, or preferred customer, or whatever it may be. But there's a much better way to do it. So just say this is the person you're enrolling, and we'll call this person Tom, and Tom isn't well, and he's going to go through a lot of cases per month because he's got a very serious health challenge. We want to get Tom back as much money, much benefits as possible. 14 cases is bringing the product down to $92 a case. So
that's in US dollars, right?
US dollars. Tom's going to bring in 2 family members, and he's going to put through 8 cases in each position. So what does this do for Tom? Well, Tom's 8 cases, it's free for 3 positions. There's no membership. That's for starters. Tom's going to get 150 LRP per position. So that's loyalty points. That he can redeem against free product. 150, 150, 150. So we'll put these figures up here. So that's 4.5 cases for free after 2 months auto ship go through. So there has to be 2 months of auto ships process in these 3 positions. You'll put the 3 positions on 1 case auto ship order, 1 case each. All right, so what else are we getting here? We're getting 25 sample tubes of the new 28 in each position. So that's times 3. So I'm going to put over here 75 samples for new 28. And we'll start working out what this is worth back to Tom. Okay, so now we're going to talk about commissions. Obviously, Tom's registered 2 family members. So on each side, he's picking up faster.
Yes.
8 cases each is $160 each, and that's $320 in fast start bonus. See that all right?
Yes.
Okay, so Tom's also, he's had, from this position, he's had 600 points. So anything more than 200 points in 1 production week falls into 1 leg. So Tom's already got that's fallen into 1 leg. But we're obviously talking about the team commissions, which is based on his lesser leg. So the lesser leg's still going to be 800 points. 10% of 800?
80.
So we've got $80 in team commissions as well. Let's do some sums on product. 75 sample tubes, $115 per 25, $345 there. And 4.5 cases of, say, anything, Asea.
Asea is 130 in the US, right?
130.
585.
585. Well, you got the calculator there.
Yep.
Let's add these ones up. 320, so it's 400 plus, well, there's 745. 745 plus 585.
745 plus 585. That's 1330.
Okay. Okay, so we're getting $1,330 worth of free product and commissions back for Tom to invest back into his own health.
Yes.
And that's a lot. That's a bigger return than what he's going to get on a 14 case order. So right through the whole team, never buy a 14 case order. I mean, not only there's none of these benefits, but the 14 cases comes to $92. Working this out earlier, you can get the cases down to around about $55 per case, taking into consideration you're getting all those benefits back.
Awesome.
So we want as much back for Tom as possible. Now, Tom's going to need more product. So what do? We put another 2 family members in. every time he needs more product, we want to add to these benefits. So every time you put 2 people in, you're going to get 150 loyalty points each, 3 free cases. You're going to get 50 sample tubes that are new 28. You're going to also get your fast start bonus, which is 320, and you're also going to get at least your $80 team commissions on top as well every time he puts 2 more family members in. So I've got a lot of people in this situation in my business right now that I've set this up for. People that need 8 cases, 12 cases per month. So just say somebody does need 8 cases per month. That's going to be 3 months supply.
Mm-hmm.
The people that are in a real serious situation, they might go through 12 cases a month. So this is only 2 months supply. Mm-hmm. So if you've got 3 cases in coming in over the 2 months through auto ship, there's 6 cases for the 3rd month in auto ship. You're redeeming 4 cases, that's 10 cases, and then Tom just needs to buy 2 more for that month. And then strategically through that 3rd month, we work out how we're going to set him up ongoing.
So for those of you who are on the call, going to watch the video, just note that we are recording this for you so that you can watch it again and again and kind of understand what is the setup. Of course, if you're not sure about the setup, feel free to connect with your working sponsor and your working uplines. They will be more than able to help you guide you through this setup here. Yeah, for sure. Obviously, for the recommender of Tom, they're going to get the fast start, $160. And they're also going to get, in this situation, there's 2,400 points to go through, more than likely, in the sponsor's weaker leg, which is another $240 in team commissions. But the point of this is to help Tom to make sure he gets as much back in his pocket as possible, because Tom's going through enough, so we want to help him as much as we can. I think it's win-win all around. It's a win-win. Definitely a win-win. So, any questions on that side, BK? Yep, all good for me. Okay. So, something that you definitely don't want to do as a recommender is give anybody away. Never, ever give your personals away. Very, very important to get a lot of width in your business. And you want a lot of depth. That's what's going to bring your income. Your income is definitely a reflection of the people you help. If you're giving people away, your income won't be as big as what it actually can be. So don't create laziness through your business. Never give anybody away. As far as placing people inside people, we know as Global Advisory Council members, we had the inner legs locked for everybody, and we did that for a reason. So these family members, you definitely do not want to touch or register anybody to them until later on. It could be 2 or 3 years down the track. Then you've got people you're putting in. And if this is Tom and this is Steve that you've registered, and you're building down either side, you never want to come inside anybody ever thinking you're going to help them, because what it's doing 2 things. This here will, as I said, create laziness, this person here, and same here. Right, then you might need to tilt your camera down a little bit more. Never place people on the inside of anybody, because I know there's some people that are very good with structure, and they think, well, let's get our whole structure unlocked, our binary placement tree, and then all of a sudden they can start placing people on the inside. But keep working outside left and outside right as much as possible. So what you're doing if you're placing somebody on the inside is not only creating laziness, but this person here is flapping in the wind. In order for them to get spillover, you would have to build under them as well. So all of a sudden, you're trying to get spillover down both the left and right hand side of your structure, but then you're trying to fill up. So instead of having to do 2 legs, you've got 4 now, or 5, 6, or 7 if you're placing people everywhere.
Never come on the inside of anybody. That is critical. It's crucial. A lot of people in the Asia tend to ask, was my position locked? It's a reason for that. If it's not locked and you do come inside people, you're going to actually weaken your structure, and it'll take away from you earning commissions. So always place people left and right. They're going to get volume under them all the way down those two legs, and it's going to be easier for you to turn all these people into director 300s rather than somebody flapping out there by themselves in the wind and not getting anybody under them. So It's critical and crucial. Never, ever, ever to come inside anybody. I think that's all with that. Any questions on that part?
So how would you put people on the left? I mean, a very common question is like they will ask things like, how do I decide whether to put someone on the left or on the right?
Yeah, very good question. Okay. So obviously you know the people that you're bringing on board, but that means absolutely nothing. Doesn't mean a thing. You might
We have no crystal balls.
You might think that this person here is going to be an absolute gun, and this person here may not do anything, and it could be the other way around. So realistically, you've got to build your business to two things. One is the points coming in on each side of the structure and what you're left with at the end of that week. And the other important thing to look at the same time is your projected autoship. Your projected autoship are the true figures that you want to be following. You might have tens of thousands of points built up in one leg, but what you got to do is, it could be a little bit of an optical illusion there, because your weaker leg is actually a stronger leg with the autoship, and it's going to catch up pretty quick. So you need to keep an eye on both the volume you've got left at the end of the week, but also your projected autoship. There's always going to be a time where you're going to make a decision whether you've got to put somebody in the left and right because of that, or because they might be a big leader, you may think so, or you may want to put them under somebody who knows somebody in that particular leg. You might want to keep a whole country in one leg. So just think about the person that you're putting in. Think about it for them and think about it for you. Be really strategic about that, but really, you've got no control over who's going to do what. The first thing and the most important thing is to create a leg and then chase it. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Just got to wait to see what happens. I mean, for me, my right leg, the one that I'm in day out now, trying to build, all you guys are in the left. We've got huge leaders. Mal Sword's just got to my level. You got Lorene, Richard Lee. You got so many leaders over there doing an incredible job. That was my weak leg. That was when I started. It was really, really weak, and I end up not only pouring people into that leg, but there was people later on that engaged in the business, and that's another thing, I suppose. I mean, you're going to get people that come in that may not do anything at all, but in a year or two they might have hundreds or thousands of people on them. Take a snapshot of their back office. Take a snapshot of their dashboard. Send it to them. Show them their binary tree and show them what they're missing out on. The fear of loss. What are they losing? You've got 1,000 people in your left leg. Half the job's done. Come and build a business with me.
Yep.
So always keep an eye on your teams, how your team's structure and dashboard is building as well. Very, very important. I mean, I would go into everybody's account that's building this business at least once a week, sometimes twice, 3 times, all depends, and make sure their business is heading in the right direction, no matter what level they are, no matter what level. But the people driving this business are the people that I'm working with, and I'll check on their business on a regular basis, including yours, BK.
Thanks, Dan.
Yeah. Anything else with structure? Do you think you need to go through?
No, I think we covered it. So in general, just to repeat what Dan was saying, basically you're saying that always act strategically. That means first think about how it might benefit the person that you're signing up, right? And then after that, think about how it can build your business as well, correct?
Yeah. So I mean, first and foremost, people that want the product for their health, just see if they want to go in as an associate first. Family structure. If you're going to build a business, make sure you put a family member left and right before anything happens. And even if there's a little bit of spillover already and you've got to go 2 or 3 down one leg, that's fine, as long as you've got 2 family members in the top of the structure. Think about people that need a lot of product. Set up a family, we've got a triangle family structure with them, with this structure, and get as many benefits back as possible for them through the loyalty program and through the compensation plan. And never place people, never register people, your own people, to other people, and never place your people on inside legs. Always go far left and far right.
Okay, so Danny, since we have you with us here, just a quick one. So when you look at your builders in your organization, right, and you look at the dashboard, what are some of the things that you are looking at so that we can also teach the rest of us so that we know how to look at the dashboard and guide our team respectively?
Yeah, sure. There's some real key figures in there or numbers to look at. Obviously, the enrollments are very, very important. You really need to not only keep your enrollments up, but help your team to get their enrollments up, which is going to be your group enrollments in your left and right leg. So, you know, if you're getting your left and right leg to 5 enrollments a week through your whole organization, you should have a nice little business. And then we say get it to 10 a week in each leg, and 15 and 20. And that 20 in each leg at each week is going to be around about a diamond business. Diamond, you're going to need about 50 people plus personally enrolled to get there. So your business will evolve. You will be spending a percentage of your time enrolling people yourself, and another percentage of time helping your team enroll people and doing 3-way calls. That's going to change. It's definitely going to change. You're going to get to the point where you might be putting 20% of your time into your own personal enrollments, 80% of your team. In 2 years, that can flip to 80% enrollments because you have independent leaders that are building, and you're putting 20% of your time into your team. It's always going to change. So have a look at the amount of enrollments coming in. You want to have a look at the growth of your business. Very important. These numbers in your dashboard should be going up all the time. Each week, each month, they should be going up. There shouldn't be too much variation, huge variations in business. So anybody starting off the business, obviously they're going to have 100% growth in their business. That'll come down to 90s, 70. I really believe that people coming in now that aren't making the same mistakes that we made in the past, those mistakes being not committing people to 3 months on the product. We weren't piquing interest in the right way and using a third party. So there's a lot of mistakes we made when we started. Our retention is running around about 25, 30%, the same as the company. Everybody else that's coming in now, their retention should be 50, 60, 70% plus, not making the same mistakes that we made. So obviously the growth is going to keep going down because your organization is going to get larger. The longer you can keep it over 10% and keep that 10% there every week, the better. Mine's down to 1%, but I've got 300 or 400 people coming in every week, and I've got an organization with nearly 40,000 people. So it's always going to sit about that 1%. But
so just to clarify, the growth percentage that we are looking at the dashboard, right, which is above 10%, is an ideal for you?
Ideal to keep it above 10% as long as possible. It's going to drop down to that and below, but keep it above that for as long as you can. And,
gotcha.
and these numbers, a lot of these numbers are really controlled by the leader. They're controlled by you. I mean, if you're lacking in an area of your business, if there's an area of your business that's weak, I'm going to log in and just go through this while we're talking. If there's an area of your business weak, work on the weakness in your business. I mean, I can look at a dashboard and in literally 2 seconds, I can tell where there's a weakness in a business just from a dashboard. So obviously group enrollments, and then you've got your Director 300s. As people come in, you want to be developing Director 300s. Director 300s are the foundation of your business. The biggest problem that people have now when they're getting to gold, platinum, diamond is not enough Director 300s because they haven't helped develop their team. You need to be bringing you, and a great way to develop your team and to challenge yourself and your team is to keep them in. Now the whole world's been broken down. If you're in Asia, have a look at the Asian recognition. Go in there and have a look at the top 10 enrollers, the top 10 emerging leaders. Get yourself and get your team into those statistics every single week So back in the early days, that's what I did. I wanted to keep my name in there. I wanted to keep my team's name for the first year or two. I went to a convention in 2015 and I saw the Emerging Leader Trophy and I thought, I want that trophy next year. That was in 2015. 2016, I took out #1 emerging leader in the world. And all I knew was I just had to help my team rank advanced. I didn't know it was based on personally sponsored people, and that's where the points came from towards that recognition. But the more you help everybody in your team, the more you're going to create a very, very solid foundation. Percentage active, that's what we're talking about. Look at the percentage active rather than the percentage auto ship. So the percentage active is going to be, enrollment packs and everything coming in during the week. But have a look at those figures rather than the auto ship. So obviously with your volumes, you want them to be going up to and not fluctuating too much. There should be steady growth, and same thing, really controlled by the leader, helping team to bring on people, but also making sure, especially in the early days, you really need to try and bring on one person per week. The ideal situation is to win a fast forward every 2 weeks. So I've just won a fast forward. I was just off a fast forward plus, which in Asia we don't have. The fast forwards are definitely a great way to build a foundation of your business. PGV3 is very, very important. Very important for the EMP.
Yes.
Very important for your business being really stable and having that great foundation. So a good guide with PGV3 is if you're a solid bronze, think if you need 2,000 points in your lesser leg, have 2,000 points in your PGV3, your first 3 levels. It's pretty well the same. Silver, 3,000 points lesser leg, 3,000 points per week coming in from your PGV3.
PGV3.
Yeah. And then 5,000 for gold and 10,000 for platinum. 10,000 points per week for platinum in your first 3 levels is pretty well the perfect business. And that's what I had when I was growing my business. So, and then obviously that's going to go up to like 15, 20,000 points as you're going through the diamond levels. So it's a good guide to make sure you've got, if you haven't got those numbers, you're not bringing enough people on, you haven't got the width in your business. Projected auto ship, I mean, obviously that's the core of our business. I was working with some leaders early in the piece when they came on board from the Asian market, and they would build their business on enrollment packs, and there would be no auto ship.
Auto ships.
The auto ship's our business. If you haven't got auto ship, you've got nothing. If people stop enrolling, you've got no income. So just make sure that your auto ship is growing, your projected auto ship each week. And with all these figures, everything in your dashboard, try and actually beat the week before and the 5 weeks before, all the projected figures we can see. Try and beat those figures every time you come into a new week. And that's how I'm thinking, and that's how I build my business.
Yeah, I think that was an awesome suggestion that you just gave every one of us. Just being very aware of the dashboard and the stats that's in the dashboard, so that we can literally compete against ourselves. I think a lot of times that's our best and worst enemy sometimes, right? So
BK. Our only competition is us.
The guy in the mirror.
The guy in the mirror. So yeah, just as far as you brought up a good point too. The dashboard doesn't lie. It's literally the figures in our business that tells us that's exactly where our business is. So have a look at that, and don't, as a leader, especially coming through the middle ranks, don't just keep an eye on your business. Make sure the people that are building the business, your director 300s, 700s, check their business every single day. And if you're helping them at the end of the week, if you're getting to Friday and you can see that somebody just needs 100 points to get to director 300 or 700 for that week, give them a call, because most of the time they don't realize. And that every week, with them having to bring somebody on with that one extra case, is building the foundation of your business and the volume in your business as well.
This has been an amazing training. I'm not sure whether you guys have picked up everything. You can watch this recording again and again because Dan has been one of the fastest business builder ever, and he has given us so many nuggets of good business building strategies and advice. I'm going to watch this again myself too. So Dan, I really appreciate your time today for all of us. Maybe another time we'll talk about some other more advanced strategies that you may have. I'm sure you have some.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah,
So
anytime.
thanks, Dan. Thanks, Dan, for your time. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Talk soon. Bye, everybody.